Hello, and welcome to Colorado Springs Hypnosis, your resource for hypnosis and personal empowerment. In this video, I'm going to be talking a little more about Robert Dilts' logical levels, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about my journey of becoming a hypnotist, and I'm just going to tell that story while I kind of point out the different points within those levels where everything took place. And then you can kind of see how these natural lifestyle changes can happen very naturally in someone's life, even if you don't know anything about this model or hypnosis or anything. So stick around, and I'll see you in a moment.
Take a deep breath. Hold. Sleep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wide awake and feeling amazing.
So, back in around early 2015, I was online and I found a hypnosis meetup in Denver at the time. And before this, I really hadn't done a whole lot with hypnosis. I'd read a little bit about it. It was something I was interested in, but I'd never really gotten to practice it or learn a lot of techniques or anything like that. So yeah, this was a really interesting idea. And Brisa and I both went to this meetup, and we both started learning how to use hypnosis, right? So bringing up our logical levels pyramid, right? From the very beginning, when we got interested in this as, really just a hobby or anything, the first thing we did was we changed our environment. We actually traveled to a place where there were hypnotists, right? And then once we got to this meetup, we started learning about hypnosis, and we learned, about pre-talks and pre-tests and deepeners and all this hypnotic stuff, right? So we were practicing these things. So there, not only were we in that environment, but we actually had started to behave like hypnotists. Now, of course, at this point, I wasn't calling myself a hypnotist. I wasn't helping people quit smoking or anything at this point. I was just kind of learning about it, and it was a fun thing to do, right? But over time, we kept going to this meetup, and we kept practicing those things, right? And so next thing you know, these ways that I was behaving, they started to become capabilities, right? I started to get good at hypnotizing people, and we would go out on the streets and we would do demonstrations and stuff like that, and it was a lot of fun. And somewhere around there, though, the guy that was running the hypnosis meetup, he suggested I go to a convention called Hypnosis, and it's really great. And if you're interested in hypnosis or anything like that, I definitely recommend Hypnosis Live in Las Vegas every summer. It is fantastic. But I went to Hypnosis. And I didn't do any of the additional classes. I just kind of did the 3-day conference, and my mind was absolutely blown. There's people doing weight loss there, and people working with allergies, and there's stage hypnotists and street hypnotists, and all this stuff is going on, and I was amazed. I was like, this is fantastic, and I can tell you right then that I didn't become a hypnotist, but at that point, I knew that was what I wanted to do with my life. So in a way, you could almost say that I kind of found my higher purpose, or maybe I found at least the beginnings of it. And yeah, so I kept going to Hypnosis, right? So I'm putting myself in an environment. I'm behaving like a hypnotist. I'm building up my capabilities. Eventually, I opened up a practice and I started seeing clients. Again, more capabilities, more behaviors. And I'll tell you, even when I first opened my practice, I didn't necessarily feel entirely like a hypnotist. Maybe there's a little imposter syndrome going on or something like that. But I'll tell you that in the very beginning, my identity as a hypnotist wasn't solidified the way that it was now. But several years later, after seeing several clients, doing a bunch of trainings, working on my skills and capabilities and proving to myself over and over again that I was a hypnotist, at some point, I became a hypnotist, completely. And And these days, when I introduce myself, people ask me what I am. I say I'm a hypnotist, and I don't even blink, and it's not even a big deal, right? But in the beginning, people would be like, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I'm a hypnotist. And again, like I said, I knew nothing about, the logical levels or anything when this happened. Just at that time, I was naturally going through these steps. So that's one way that the Dilts logical levels can kind of help you reshape your life when you're going through transitions. And yeah, I hope this was helpful and maybe a little entertaining for you. So have a great day. If you want, subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you next time.